this process a lot of years, been behind the scenes on a lot of things, and just wanted to remind the board, as we did when this other resolution was made, is that Bunkerville Town Board is against wanting to have a national conservation area dedication in our area. Just remind you that the Gold Butte area is within Bunkerville's township. It is our town. We're right next to Mesquite also. I believe we're all together, but at the same time, we do not feel that it will help us. The dedication it has right now will provide as much protection as I believe that we need out there. And just designating something a national conservation area does not stop problems from happening. You can look at Red Rock and see issues that happen there, and that's a few acres with a lot of law enforcement. Create a national conservation area does not solve your problems. It is not needed. Thank you.
My name is Jan Reber. I've been a resident in Mesquite for 29 years, my whole life. What a thankless job the council members have. I've been up here and just been hearing about how you guys aren't doing your jobs, not taking everybody's opinion into it, or at least looking into a resolution, changing a resolution. For everybody that is against a change, you need to listen to what you're preaching. You know, that everybody's here is saying that you don't need to change it, but there needs to be change. Everything that I've been hearing about, you know, it's pro-government or anti-government. The only thing I would have to say is I am of the generation of free handouts, but I'm not of that generation. I've worked for everything I own. Good, hardworking people of this town. I don't condone the Bundys, but I also do not condone the BLM. So thank you again for at least reviewing a new idea, do we need large government out there? I don't think so. Obamacare didn't do anything for me. If at all anything, it hurt me bad. So do we need to take a step back and reassess the BLM standpoint? And that's what I appreciate, is at least asking the city or the people, the community members here, is do we have the resources to do it as a state, as a community, or do we need big government to come in? I personally do not think so. Thank you.
David Baldwin, to clear up, there's been some blame put on the city council, and I know you make the final decision what goes on the agenda, but in 2 previous public meetings I've asked that you bring this back myself for the simple reason Dina Titus, Senator 1, introduced. So I thought it was time that we discuss this before it goes ahead in Congress. So I don't think there's any difficulties in discussing this. I brought it up not being anti-environmentalist, but looking at the practical side of it. I have a hard time understanding why changing an acronym from an AEC to an NCA changes anything out there. I've heard people say, well, I won't use it if it's not an NCA for people that are using it now, and I don't quite understand that logic. The only thing that the NCA is going to do is add more rules, which people can break rules. I mean, the people that are violating the rules now are going to violate any new NCA rules. But the one thing I want to bring up is the wilderness designation, which could be disastrous for Mesquite in the future. Our Virgin Valley Water District has 2,200 acre-feet of water rights on the Virgin Peak. It's right on the edge of what I think is, and again, I haven't seen the map of the new wilderness areas, but at the original previous map, it was right next door to it, and it was anywhere from 500 potentially to 1,000 feet away from the water source up there. It's 2,200 acre-feet of water, 20% of the Virgin Valley Water District's rights to water. It means 3,750 ERUs is how the water district divvies out water. And basically, if that becomes wilderness and they lose that 2,200 acre-feet of water in Nickel Creek, they won't be able to issue another will serve letter, so there won't be another building built in Mesquite. You won't be able to get another Sun City building because they won't have any water to allocate out. So that's got to be a big reason. So I think we need to go slow on this. I think the city council needs to deliberate on this, and I think the current bills are too vague. There are provisions in there to close roads. Although it says temporary can be for 100 years until the environment comes back. So I think we've got a lot of details here. Everybody wants to protect Gold Butte. I do too. But I don't see, like I said, I'll close with what I said. I don't see changing an acronym changes anything that's out there now. Thank you.
Roy Sutton, Mesquite resident, a resident of Oregon, a resident of Oklahoma, a resident of Montana, just about anywhere I lay my head. And I've been laying my head out of Gold Butte quite a bit here lately. I was out there last night of the year, New Year's. I was out there when it snowed 4 inches. I didn't see any of these people out there, none of them. I was out there 6 weeks ago, and I was out there spent a week out there, took my horse and mule, and you know what? It snowed again. And again, I didn't see any of these people out there, none of them. So I'm just wondering, I see a big bus out here in the front of the building out here idling. Could it be somebody passed the word out? We've got to flood this meeting with people that have an agenda? Could that possibly be the case? When a guy stands up here, and I was at home watching this on TV, I wasn't even going to come down here. But whenever a guy stands up and refers to the Bundy supporters as rebels, you know, I think the Patriots, during the Revolution, they were also referred to as rebels. I think in this country, everybody has a right to differ in opinion. We all have a right to express our views. We may not agree on them, but that doesn't somehow mean we're not all Americans. Now, if these people are, and some of these folks, I doubt if they've ever been out there. I don't know how you guys make this decision. I think more than the fact is, the truth is, it's like the mayor said at the beginning. I'm not sure what kind of weight any of this is going to make, what kind of difference it will make with anybody. As he said, it's more of a suggestion, it's your opinion, but the BLM at the end of the day is going to do what they want to do. But you guys are getting a lot of pressure put on you here, and the people are threatening you. Oh, we're not going to come back to Mesquite. We're not going to buy that hot dog and that cold drink down here if you guys don't do what we want you to do. Well, you know what? That's fine. Let them stay in Las Vegas. If they don't like it out here, they don't have to come out here. But you know, you've got to consider the people that live here, the people whose backyard this is, the people that grew up here, where the history is. We can all use that land out there without having to draw lines in the sand and saying you can use it, but you can't. It's a big place out there. There's room out there for everybody. I know myself, every time I go out there, guys, the last time I was out there, it was Spanish country. The old Spanish trail runs right up the lake. I found an old Spanish oven out there. It was either an oven or a smelter. But there's a lot of things out there that draws people there. And then there's room for everybody to go out and use it. For everybody.
My name is Keon Munford. I'm 18. Avid hunter and outdoorsman. I love the land. I'm strongly against this. I just don't see the benefit of it, and I think it restricts us. I mean, some of us necessarily don't want to hike out there to look at it. It's not hurting. I don't think it's destroying the land by using UTVs and ATVs out there. It's helping us view that land, and I just strongly against it.